Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Seems like right now this match going in, the pendulum swings back and forth, back and forth. Very good start for the Charge, very lackluster to Bonnie. Mayhem look fantastic. Then we come into Assault, and Charge takes the lead now at a 2-1. So clearly, Escort, Mayhem's gonna dominate.
Yeah, it feels like, you know, the ball is now in Mayhem's court, though, here to, you know, as, you know, it just keeps swinging back and forth to make this a dominant performance to bring us to the final map. It's not looking terrible for the Mayhem by any means either. I mean, that was a map that could have gone a totally different way if Chris was able to hit that sound barrier, right? Because then they live, you know, the fight goes on. It's a very different scenario. So it's tiny moments like this at the highest level of play in Overwatch that make all the difference. So, you know, we're going to take a look at some of those stats actually from that last match on the Lucios here. And it's not that Chara absolutely destroyed him by any means. In fact, Chris had a higher healing output, but the sound barrier efficiency because of that missed barrier here is triple for Chara. And obviously he ends up with a 15-2 scoreline with the one match versus Chris, who's got the 4-4.
Yeah, and also just not really able to get in there, get that involved in the kills. You can see 4 eliminations to the 15 that Chara was able to scoop up for himself. So much more involved in the team effort. Chris, unfortunately, just lagging a little bit behind there on Horizon. So rough tidings for them. We'll have to see how they're going to fare on Escort as we get ready to go into what could be that final map. But first, we will have some substitutions coming in. So we'll take a look at that.
Tavik move back in to a huge cheer from the fans. And coming in as the veteran of this squad, one of the longest-standing Overwatch players we have, actually. Zephyr will come in for McGravy as well. So, you know, we'll see if this ends up working out for them. I imagine this is just going to be a D.Va and Brigitte swap, but they may have something specific prepared here as we head into Escort. It will be Rialto.
We'll have to wait and see. So yeah, Rialto to close things out. Very 3-3 centric this map is. So see if Tavik is going to bring something different to the table. Charge, however, happy with their roster at the moment. Joke not intended. So Kim going to be staying through there. But can they close this out? Can they just get a 3-1? Take this nice and easy? Or will this go the distance? Will we go to another Game 5 and decide it all on a tie break?
So when we talk about what went well for Forté Mayhem, it was mostly the Numbani defense, right? Where they had the high ground controlled. They were able to prevent Guangzhou Charge from retaking it.
Yep. And
that's when BQB and McGravy had so much success. McGravy had that deathless defense. And that's what Forté Mayhem has really hit their stride with. And this map's architecture is purely high ground versus low ground focused. So it looks good for the Mayhem if they could do that again to bounce back here, given the map. But we don't have the same D.Va player in. It's Zephyr coming through. So we do have, you know, some questions about how his performance goes versus what we just saw from McGravy.
Hotbot just going to be scouting for the moment you would expect. See if he does want to stick through with it, but now the answer is going to be no. We'll shift over.
Yep. Chris just checking there for the Sombra. See if he can find it. This is going to be, now as you expect, mirror comps outside of the Reinhardt versus Winston. Winston defense.
Push up over the top there, just trying to disrupt Swan. Still just sitting here with his squad. Finally drops down. Gonna be the only one though. The rest of Mayhem still playing upstairs. Keeping this contested at the moment. Charge have to do something to try to break this.
Ooh, they're gonna actually go into this hotel here, but that's not actually where they want to be. So much free damage will now go over to the Mayhem.
Yeah, Chara under some fire, goes low. Managing to stay alive, Orb of Harmony coming through as well as his own healing. Keeps himself topped up into the fight, but the cart's still gonna be contested. So cannot advance. Mayhem rejoin inside, all out scrappy battle. Primal Wave is gonna be coming through. Stomp there on Chara. He'll be taken down. Hoppa now knocked out of the mech shoot. And the rest of the squad gonna be cleaned up. That is gonna be the wipe coming in. Mayhem, very nicely done.
Better understanding of how to use these high grounds, forcing the Charge to go into the hotel, trapping them there, and maximizing damage with the Winston. Very well played here by the Mayhem. Utilizing this high ground on both sides here as well. You can see Swan on the left, BQB and Zephyr on the right side. If Guangzhou Charge are trying to take this angle, they can back up and they still maintain that high ground.
Zap's coming in, Shu nearly going down. Holds on to the Transcendence, not going to be hitting that in a panic situation. BQB up top. Grab gonna be thrown down, locking him up right inside. Could just be the cleanup. It seems like it will be, as Rio will be eliminated. Ult still getting stacked up for the charge, but they have to start advancing this card right now. The Florida Mayhem have a chokehold on it. 1:55 remaining on the clock. And welcome to all of our Disney XD viewers to catch you up. And we're currently 2-1 in the series right now. Guangzhou charge leading. Florida Mayhem trying to even things up. Self-destruct gonna be thrown in, but the shield comes up from Rio, gonna be blocking that one out. Shatter comes down, and Swan's gonna get locked up and melted. Now, they can finally start advancing this card. Primal Rage was almost up for the Winston here for the Mayhem. Needed that, maybe he could have survived, but does get punished.
Now, this is going to be the opportunity the Guangzhou charge really need here to finally get this map into their hands. Fortunately, the grab being required for that last fight means this choke here, this archway, that, you know, separates them to the first point is actually going to be so difficult to take. Look at this high ground drop down.
Jump into the back again. Rio, however, still going to be safe. Winston damage not going to be that meaningful, just zapping through the shield, but now Primal Rage will be coming up, trying to spread out the members of the charge. Rio is going to be the first one taking down the sound barrier, just a little bit too late to try to keep the Reinhardt in the fight. Chara has to be a little bit quicker with that judgment. Instead, they lose out, and Mayhem, they're going to gain control over this corner again.
Really reminiscent of, you know, the missed barrier we talked about with Chris just moments ago. Chara, his former teammate, misses it this time as well, and that may be what cost Charge A. I mean, that was absolutely necessary there to save his teammate. And now they've got the Transcendence. At least they've got that. But high ground control still to Mayhem. They're going to try to retake it here. Mayhem's going to avoid.
Full hold could very well be coming in. 20 seconds remaining. The Grab Hunters locking them up. Rio on the outside. Hotpa as well. Taken out of that mech. Charge struggling to get back to the cart. They still have so very far to go. At least a single point is what they would love to have, but no chance at a back half. Florida Mayhem, they're not playing up. They're watching the cart. They're making sure they just push everybody away from it.
Up to Chara to tag the point because there's no hotbar.
They get the tag in, the grab comes through. Sound Barrier trying to keep everybody alive, as well as the Transcendence now available for Haga, but pops that one instantly, but it's not in time to keep Swan alive. Seth going to be dropping the bomb. Man's about to pick up onto Chara, one of the more elusive members here of the charge. They're still grouped up behind the Rhine Shield, starting to advance the card closer and closer to A. Florida Mayhem. Can they stop this?
It's very important that Happy has high energy here in this choke point where he's going to be able to do a ton of damage.
Oh, Rowley's going to be out. Swan rejoining the Primal Rage, nearly ready to go. Bomb into the back from Hotpa, looking for a pickoff. Unable to find it. Can he make it back into the mech? It's going to be the question. The answer is yes. He has the prediction of his squad. They manage to find the enemy Winston again. Grab comes through. Locks up one. Rio gets melted down. But Mayhem needs so much more to stop this cart. It starts pushing again. 3.7 meters, 2.5 now. Vic is just swinging away like a madman to the front lines, trying to keep everybody healed up. Goes in for the stun. Primal Rage comes back in. Transcendence is out from Shu. They just get him away from the card. The OT bar is going to start plummeting, but they haven't been able to displace the members of charge for long enough.
Happy's got a grab now. High energy.
Chara up over the top, drops in the barrier, catches everybody that's alive. A little bit too late to save Shu's life, but it might just be enough for them to finally work their way across to A. Bomb in on top of the card, looking for the pickoffs. And it's going to be a triple. Welcome to point A, it would seem here for the charge as they look to clean things up. Swinging away, Zephyr will be taken down. Hogaput does not stand a chance. They will get a second lease on life through the charge. 2.5 minutes bumped up.
Shu dying again because Chara's late barrier was concerning, but Happy had high energy, and that means more damage around that zone, and he was really the one doing the majority amount of the damage. It's the bomb coming through here from Hoppo, which he builds during this grab, that actually turns this for them.
Yeah, nice shatter as well from Rio. We've seen this many times.
So basically, when you're stuck in a grab like that, it's hard to outplay the shatter. That Hoppa builds the last part of the self-destruct. Very fortunate he was so close to that. Otherwise, this might have been a different scenario. High ground, jump down here.
Well, that's going to be the barrier. This time, Chris is able to go ahead, catch everybody on the team. Nicely done, but, I mean, it's just so non-committal from the charge to say, okay, you threw that out. Let's go ahead and kite back. Grab this come through, however, they lock him up. Chara's going to be taken down. So good re-aggression from the Mayhem after not finding much with the sound barrier. To pick off a few members here and will delay charge further.
Okay, this is very much a great feeling for the Mayhem because things were looking like they were losing control of the map very fast here. Now they have this bridge controlled, and even though they're not going to use their ultimates on it, they don't really have ults to use on it, no shatter, no grab. They have this ability to operate on high ground and take pot shots at the members who cross the bridge, as you can see here. Then they can drop down.
Yep, bomb going out, Rio shield up, but Chara caught out. will be picked off again.
Just went too far forward. Now we get a DMAC top bar.
Yeah, they're just keeping him stuck inside.
Yep. So he can't jump into the water. He will eventually get in there. But that's what I'm talking about. The bridge lets you set up opportunities. I didn't think they'd commit the self-destruct there, but they saw an opportunity. They saw Chara was too far forward. And now again, they could just leap down onto the bridge. There's always the threat of Chris knocking members off to the side. So there's so many reasons why the attack here for the charge on this bridge is dangerous.
Vic trying to bodyguard Hagopun here as he looks for a pick off with that right-click hold. Rally's going to be out. They're pushing forward. Chara, again, as you say, dangerously low.
30 seconds.
Armor just going to be stacking up onto the Mayhem, lasting for that 30 seconds once the rally's gone.
This is it. This is the charge's last chance. They've got huge ultimates, all 6. They have to win this fight, and they know it.
Gotta make it work. Happy getting sunned up. Going on, he's taken down. Doesn't get an opportunity to use a grab. BQB is going to be used, however. Shatter comes through, locks up 2 in the back. The sound barrier is there from Char to try to keep them alive. Can they turn this one around again? Bomb comes down from Hotba. Doesn't find any picks. Hagopun pushing forward. Transcendent's going to be out, keeping everybody topped up, and BQB gets rid of Kib. 2 ults still available for the charge. Shatter and a grab, but nothing really to combo it with. Shatter's gonna be coming down, they just layer it all in. Sound barrier comes down from Chris, and he tries to keep everybody alive. Swan down below half HP, Hagopun gonna get picked off, and now Chara gonna be dead. Suffering losses on both sides. Hoppa's gonna be popped out of the mech. Zephyr nearly suffering the same fate. Transcendence is in. Shu, the rest of the squad topped up, allowing for Hotba to get back into the mech. The pin from Swan, not gonna have a connection. Kib rejoining with the Tracer, manages to get rid of the enemy Rhine. Needs a lot more than that though. Hotba gonna be taken down out of that mech. It's the bubble, trying to stay alive in that pilot form, but it's not building up for that next mech very rapidly, still sitting at 37%.
Very tense here, as we do see the grab coming through. High energy from BQB.
Rocks above the bomb thrown in right on top of it. Isn't it enough? It looks like it will be. 4 members disappear. They can't get back onto the cart, and they will get halted.
Let's remember the charge walked into this fight with 6 ultimates, and it feels like I'm part of a practical joke or something here with this match we're commentating right now, because these support ultimates are just on both sides, sometimes a little bit too late. We see it once again. And those 2 big ultimates do not come online, the grab and the shatter for the Guangzhou charge, because of these early deaths. It's a 6 ult lead when we head into this, but it's just not enough regardless here. Look at the stuns and the setup here to grab Happy, so he cannot come through. Shu's just a little bit too late to get up there and heal him with this trance, and that's the pick that starts it all off here for the Florida Mayhem. I mean, that you can't get more ult efficient than that. I mean, you are crushing a 6 ult push. Very well played by the Mayhem. BQB sets it all up there in the end for that final fight as well, the last part of the fight.
1 death there for BQB. Nicely done. Is that going to be enough? It was a pretty decent defense here again from the Mayhem. Don't have too far to push. Charge going to be looking for that full hold.
Yeah, and this is when it gets really nerve-wracking. You had control of the series. You've dealt with 3 types of Mayhem now. You had the starting Mayhem, right, where we saw the Widow duels with Saya player, fearsome as that is. Then you dealt with McCravey coming in. He, defeats you. And, now is this 3rd different iteration from the Mayhem coming through with Zephyr and Tavik rejoining. You're struggling with that. It feels like Guangzhou Charge is just playing against 3 different teams right now. They're going to have a good defense. We will see Hagopun on the Ana.
All right.
So the big swapping in makes a lot more sense now that we see this May. This is really the best reason why this is possible is because it's not a huge push they've got to go to win this map, and really snowball this early with the May pick.
It's also, if they want to play in that high ground, you can get there so much faster with the wall, boost up your entire team. Don't have to go up the staircase and find that should go straight at them. For now, just going to be taking spot shots. Walls off the Rhine. Rio's going to be dropping back down as they pull back a bit.
That was the idea, was to grab the Rhine at the front, but Rio's able to escape, so this doesn't end up being that effective. This is a great area to use Blizzard as well, in the choke that we're coming up on here, that archway, if they can get through there.
I'll shoot. We'll find the first kill as BQB gets taken down to the Sombra. Not building up too much in regards to that EMP. Yeah, trying to stay alive, trying to freeze them up. They push forward, Hoppa. We'll finish them off.
you know, the Mei is super survivable. It's very difficult to kill a Mei in a situation like this, but you're not really doing yourself any favors when you're on the attack and you're buying time like that and living. He built up more Blizzard charge with the Ice Block, which obviously gives you a ton of ult charge if you're low health. So he's at 80% at the moment, but there's nothing to pair with the Blizzard yet. This is a D.Va-less composition. They don't have Shatter, they don't have EMP. It's not a great start here for the Mayhem, unfortunately, with this creative strategy.
Let's go for the Nano Mei. That's what I want to see. Throw that one out there. Wall comes up again. But it's not a choke. It's just so much open space that Rio goes, okay, well, I guess I'll just go around it.
Yes.
So he's fine.
However,
Kvik does get rid of Chara.
Yeah.
All right. Good little shot coming through. Finds him. Hack's still coming down for BQB, getting closer and closer to that EMP. Comes back to the translocator. Yeah, the Nano will be coming out. Kim tossing that. Hagopun matches. Shu uses the Transcendence. This is a big opening, potentially, for Kvik with the Blizzard.
Yeah, this has to be it. Grab into the Blizzard.
Comes in, answering one. Now the Blizzard's going to be thrown down. Happy, going to be taken out by Zephyr. Char going lower and lower, trying to stay alive. But the Vic, he's got those right clicks. They get the kills. Florida Mayhem looking like they paved their way to a point A tank.
Now, this is where Mei is going to be at its strongest, is this archway here when Guangzhou is trying to engage, and also the bridge. They can cut members across because the ice wall is about the width of the bridge, so it's very difficult for them to come back in here and contest. Hey, let's see how the wall goes down.
EMP to open things. Shatter comes down from Swan. Appa hits the ground, stands back up. The mech's going to be broken.
Walled off.
Wall does come through. And to slink their way in there, slight little gap on the side. Answering Shatters in from Rio. Swan gonna get knocked down, but the Zarya bubble topped back up. Will start reaggressing. Nano's thrown in on the Ham. This time they have the cutoff onto Rio. No way to escape as he gets taken down. More hammer swings to finish off some of these members of the charge. 2 meters away from completion here onto A. Bomb gonna be thrown down by Hotbot into the back, looking for a pickoff. Unable to get it. Makes it back into the mech, but now Hagopun, now BQB gonna be eliminated. Happy. Gets a triple kill here, looking for a little bit more.
And how do you really stabilize here as the Mayhem? Even if they utilize the Blizzard with the Grav combo here, there's no self-destruct. The cart's rolling back. They're going to have to fight in the open, as you pointed out earlier. Very difficult to utilize this until we get to that choke point, until we get to the bridge. And Guangzhou's been so good at slipping around the ice wall here. Blizzard needs to be a big one. If it's eaten by Hoppa, it's not going to happen. He's slept at the moment, which is actually a nice start. But he's, he's awake now. Let's see if he can make this work. They have a shot at this.
If they deny this Blizzard, that could be it. Wall comes up, they're looking for Rio again. Blizzard's gonna be thrown down. Grab through, Transcendence out. Rio gonna be frozen here for the moment. Looking for the kill, still not able to find it. Hotba going lower and lower. Was healed denied for a moment. Now it's responding, Grab coming in. Shatter hits Rio, he's up onto the high ground. Now taken down as Chris finds the kill. Mayhem start advancing again. 2.5 meters left to go. Happy eliminated. Seems like they may have done it here in OT. Hotba will get picked off. Taken down. Kvik sticking through with the May. From the get-go, really.
The wall makes
kill on the Chara, maybe?
The wall makes it impossible for them to tag the point there as well. We think that Kvik will probably swap heroes here, but there is another archway where the actual point is. So they were so struggling to. The Guangzhou charge actually finished there. So this is a moment where he can, if he can get there, again, get value out of his left clicks and the wall. They actually are going to stick with this incredibly rare, unique strategy here that we're seeing from the Florida Mayhem.
Well, Kvik already using the ice block. We'll see if any fight comes out before that is available.
Wall very powerful.
Highly unlikely. Cart going to be contested right now by Hotba here onto the low ground. Chris coming through. Looking for a target to isolate, doesn't find much. Now Rio dropping down, has to get that bubble. The wall comes up, and he's got the nano boost, and Swan will be taken down.
It's not the wall they wanted. Kvik's gonna be staggered here. He's got a Blizzard.
Goodbye.
But that is, unfortunately, the wall was a bad angle. And for those who have never played Mei before, it's a little bit complicated to hit it exactly the way you want it in a quick motion, like Kvik was trying to do there. But Guangzhou Charge now have all the delay tools and the bridge controlled. Kvik can't really assault the bridge here with this Mei in such a way where they get isolated.
Okay, well, exchanging bombs, passing like ships in the night. But BQB, he gets rid of Hotba. Shatter out from Rio, catches so many on the bridge with the sound barrier. It's gonna be well-timed. Zephyr barely lands on the boat, but he has no HP. Can't get top back up, kills himself off with a right click there. He's lobbing those orbs straight into the wall.
The irony is the only way he gets up from the gondola is a bomb jump, and the bomb jump is what kills him.
Or if he just runs to the side by the
Sure,
stairs. But
but if
he's
you want-
panicking, you know.
If he wants to get there quickly, then he's going to have to bomb jump, but he doesn't get the chance to there.
Yeah.
Unfortunate. Ironic death. Tabik still has the blizzard here, but as mentioned, the bridge is the problem, and you can't use the Mei wall to cross a bridge. You can block people from coming in, but Guangzhou Charges is going to sit on the other side.
Grab's going to be coming out from both sides. Wall coming up. Sound barrier in from the Guangzhou Charge.
Happy's
Green
caught.
comes in and Happy will get taken down. Shatter in from Swan. Locks up multiple. They need the kills on the back of it. Seems like they're going to be able to find him. Top gets taken down now. Chara going to be taken down as well. The Charge starting to advance the cart. Or rather, Florida starting to advance the cart. Charge having to get back over
They've
here.
got a nano boost.
Rio, he's all on his lonesome. He's completely surrounded. It's taken down. The pile driver
Nice
coming
wall.
through. Wall does block him off for a moment. They end up canceling it. Adaptive shield in the back, but they're freezing up Happy. And he gets shoved off. And that will be it. Mayhem will be extending this, tied up 2-2. One more map to decide it all. We'll see who is going to be able to take this one away. Florida, again, that pendulum swing looking like it's ringing true. We'll see who comes out on top when we come back from the break.